We're going on an adventure. I'm gonna wick this baby up to 75%. All right, we are about to take the truck on the furthest trip that it's gone since I've done the swap. We're going to the E85 filling station that is about an hour away and an hour ride back. I am going to, I'll put some pictures of how the route goes from my iPhone maps. I'll put those in right around here. But yeah, it's like a 2-hour trip. I don't know if the gas gauge is reading right, but I'm willing to take that chance, I think. So we got to see if it goes down. It's stuck at 26, it hasn't moved. So I'll know in a little while whether that's working or not. So before I leave on this adventure, I'm gonna ride around and just see how accurate of a representation that is. And then we'll take it from there. But I'm linking up the HP tuners now, and we'll see how close of an accurate representation that is. But I'm gonna get a coffee, drive around a little bit. If it doesn't move, and I know that it should have moved, then I'm gonna hook up the old Bosch gauge again, and then we'll take it from there. But okay, so I'm gonna pause you guys, and then we'll pick it up. Remember, it was at 26.1, so I don't know what it's gonna be at, or because that doesn't seem right to me. But yeah, it's still at 26.1. I don't know. All right, we're gonna pause you. We're already back. Nothing's wrong. Well, nothing's tragically wrong, but yeah, that fuel gauge is dead wrong. It never moved, and I hammered on it. It should have moved at least a milliliter. So we're hooking up the old Bosch gauge again, and that'll give me at least an accurate representation. Well, not an accurate representation, but at least a representation of where I am for fuel. So we're back. So this won't take me long, folks. Just a couple crimps and we're out of here. So be back with you in a minute. Okay, I am back, and we are headed out on the longest trip this thing's been on, and I'd be lying if I didn't say that I'm fucking scared shitless right now. This is a long trip, 2 hours straight, round trip. So we're on our way. I hooked the other gauge back up, so no more HP tuners gauge. I got good old faithful back, reading about a little bit under a quarter tank. Now that gauge, when it's chock full, when I can't put any more fuel in it, physically can't put no more fuel in it, it reads 3/4. So it's about a quarter of a tank off. So I'm saying I got probably about a half a tank left, maybe, or 3/8. But before we go, I got to make one more stop, and I want to see if I can get a suction cup mount to hang you guys somewhere. Camera mount, suction cup mount of some sort. I need one, so I can put you guys either on the windshield, or stick you guys in the back window, and if they're cheap enough, maybe I'll buy two, because I record with my iPhone because its camera's pretty awesome in it, and it's easy, and I do all my editing with iMovie, so it's real easy. All the format's the same, you know what I mean? It's easy, and you can add some effects, but not much. You're limited. I'm planning on getting an iMac we are on the way. We are rolling. I'll get some video footage after I get out of. I'm gonna go into Best Buy. I think will have my best option, I would think. So, anyways, I'll be back to you in a minute, folks. Just came out of Best Buy, and I'm completely lost in this parking lot. Spin around here, and I got a camera mount. I bought a few different camera mounts on Amazon, and they're like a wire type of thing, and they will work, but they're kind of cheap. Hence, buying stuff on Amazon, you save money because they were fucking cheap as hell, but you pay for what you get. You know, you get what you pay for. So I bought this Joby thing, which has got apparently a badass suction cup, and it's quarter 20 mounting like normal camera. And I got this Joby thing that was just like the one that broke when it fell on my tripod, but this one's white. That one was black. This was actually a little bit beefier. So we're gonna test them out in a minute here. I just gotta go. I have to deal with something before we get on the road here. I gotta go into Home Depot and see if I can get some Velcro for my laptop mount, because it's totally fucking with me. It keeps slipping around. It's like it's at a wrong angle or something. I don't know. I never did that before, but I had to take it out to do some work in the cab area, and now it's completely screwing me. So I'm gonna go buy some Velcro, stick it to the bottom of the laptop, stick it to the fucking base of this thing, stick them down. Velcro ain't really all that strong. Well, it's strong, but its strongest is when something's trying to slip. Like if you were to take something and put Velcro on the ceiling and Velcro on your thing you're trying to hang and stuck it to the ceiling, it's likely it's gonna fall. But if you were to put it against a wall where it's gonna kind of slip sort of situation on a wall or flat surface and try and move it, you're not moving it. So we're gonna buy some Velcro and we'll get there from here. Okay, I'll be back with you in a minute. Uh-oh. We got a camera mount. Yeah, buddy. So, little on the nervous side. We're heading out to go get E85. But yeah, I stopped, got a camera mount, which you've seen in the earlier part of this video, and the suction cup mount kept falling off on me, and then I decided to read the directions, and yeah, that thing's badass. You twist the collar and then it does its thing. So it seems to be working pretty good. We're definitely gonna test it as soon as I get this fucking Hyundai out of my way. Maybe he's keeping me honest. I don't know. Everything seems to be working pretty good. So, alright, I want to pause you guys because this guy's going nowhere fast. Hitting Sturbridge. Sturbridge, Massachusetts. So, we're getting closer to Mass Pike now. Yeah, buddy. I drive this truck, the more I like it. Unbelievable. Alright, gonna pause you. On our way out to the pump. 87 bucks. I estimated about 30 gallons. So we'll fill the truck first, and then we'll go on to fill the 5-gallon jugs I got here, which are all right here. So let's start doing it. See how much this pig is going to take. If I have to get more, I was going to get more, right? All right, so I'm going to pause you guys. We have filled the truck up. It took about 12 gallons, 12 and a half gallons. This has a 19-gallon tank. I found that out. So it's a 19-gallon tank. It took 12. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 7. So when this thing hits E, when it's bouncing around the E, it's got about 7 gallons left in the tank. So I could actually make it out here just above E, and then drive out and make it, and I could completely fill on E85. So that being said, we're gonna key this thing and go on to the second part of our trip, going home. The fuel ethanol content has not changed yet, obviously 13.3, but it hasn't cycled through the fuel composition sensor yet. So it's just all regular gasoline still in those fuel rails till we use it up. So now I filled 3 5-gallon containers and filled the truck. $87 later, and we are on our way home, which is good. It's still cheaper, way cheaper than super unleaded fuel, and more octane, way better performance, and it's cleaner. So we're getting back on the highway right now, and I have to go up to the next exit, get off, get back, and go eastbound or westbound, I don't know, the opposite direction I'm going in now, to go home. So 17 miles this way, 17 miles back this way, and then we're on our way home. We're back in Connecticut. So, gonna pause you. Okay, we are now in Stafford Springs, Connecticut. Off all the highways and everything. We're coming down getting ready to get on the Route 190. Everything's been good, you know, knock on wood. I've only used about less than a quarter tank so far to get back, but I filled it where you could not put any more fuel in it. I have to deal with this though. When we put the hot side in, I had to get rid of all the washer jug and the overflow jug, the stock stuff, and so I can't wash the windshield, and it's, I don't know how bad if you guys can see that, but it's like sun coming down, that I can't see shit. To put it just frankly, I can't see dog shit. So on my way home, there's an Advanced Auto. I'm gonna stop, see if they have a universal washer jug or overflow jug or something. I bought an overflow jug. It's on my right side fender. It's only about a little bit bigger than a quart, I think. That would be sufficient. And I have an aftermarket windshield washer pump at home. All the wiring, everything is all over there. It's easy enough to do. But look at it. Watch this. Fucking brutal. I can't see dog shit. Alright, well anyway, so I'm going to try and make something up for that. If not, then I'm going to have to go to Junkyard, do a walk around and see if I can find a washer jug that'll work and where I can put it. I'll even, if need be, I'll get just anything, any type of container that I could fill, even the goddamn 1-gallon container that they come in. If I could find a spot to stick it and run hose to the pump, I'll do that. But this is brutal. Anyway, so that's gonna be an upcoming project, maybe tonight. We got Super Bowl on tonight. Go Patriots. Notice how I snuck that in. So, I will pick up when I get closer. Jesus, this road is bad. I'm bouncing all over the place. Alright, I'm going to pause you guys. Okay, we made a stop at the Advanced Auto Parts in Stafford here. This is way nicer than the Anfield one. Gotta say. Those guys got to step it up a little. And I bought the same brand reservoir jug. This one is way bigger. Let me spin you around. Way bigger than the one that I got in Enfield. The one in Enfield's like a half the size. So this holds, let's see, what's it say it holds? 2.5 quarts. That's good enough for what I need it for. Just to clean a windshield when it's dire emergency. You know? But this thing is running extremely hot right now because I just shut it off. I went through a drive-thru and I shut it off and then everything. So it's up there in temp. I got to drive this thing to cool it off. So, and of course there's got to be a cop right across the street, so I can't really lay into it for you guys. But, oh, the cop just left. I don't know where he went, but so be it. All right, so I'm on my way. I will pick up when I hit Enfield. Yeah, buddy. Okay, here we are, back at home. Everything went as smooth could be. Zero issues. It got hot once when I was at a Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru, and that's expected. You're sitting there on idle, and that's expected. It got up to, I think, 207 degrees, I think. And then we got moving. I stopped at Advanced Auto, and that was another stop. So it stayed around 207, and then as soon as I got moving, it came right down to 192. That was the only thing that stuck out. But other than that, and this jackass driving a Lexus little SUV thing. I'm in the middle lane. The guy's in the fast lane. There's an 18-wheeler on the side of me, on my right side. I'm driving. This guy comes up right on the side, on my left side, and decides that he's going to go all the way over to the right lane. He starts coming into my lane. Now I'm getting closer and closer to the 18-wheeler. I'm on the binders. Literally on the binders. I fucking go to blow the horn, and here's the horn lead. So that wasn't working. So finally, you couldn't put a piece of paper between my front bumper and his right rear quarter panel. He cut in front of the 18-wheeler. Holy Christ. And that would have ended bad for me. I had just filled with fuel. Okay? So I had a fuel tank chock full of alcohol. I have these three back here. An 18-wheeler coming up on my left side like this. That would have been an explosion. I would have been dead. That's just the way it is. I would have been dead. Anyway, then the guy sped off. I got up on his ass, and then he put his hands up. I flipped him off. You know, the usual rigmarole road rage stuff that you have when somebody cuts you off and almost kills you. So, anyway, that's all over and done with. Got home, no issues. This thing is just, all I do is drive it. It's so friggin' nice. With the E85, it runs even smoother than pump gas. It's got way more balls. Yeah, I would drive this thing. This is true. This is truth coming out of me. I put 4 tires on this thing. Put 4 new tires. And maybe work out a little bit bigger of a fan situation just to get the temperature down. I'm going to try changing the thermostat, see if that'll let it run around 180 is where I kind of want it to run, right around 180. but I just don't know if these fans can keep it that cool. So if I would put 4 tires on it, figure out a different fan situation. I have a Ford Explorer fan, but it will not fit. So not a Ford Explorer, Ford Taurus fan, which are the best to get. They're 2-speed, they're huge, and they're just awesome. Maybe I'm thinking about maybe cutting that shroud of that fan and making my own out of aluminum and try and slim it up, and then I might be able to use that fan. So that's one of my next projects. I got some projects that are in the works right now. But okay, back to what I was saying. This is a true story. If I put 4 tires on it, figure out the coolant system, and just little things, like just little things, just to make it a little bit nicer to sit in and drive, and I would take this thing straight to Florida with no worries. With no worries at all. Yeah, that I would. That's how smooth and nice this thing is to drive. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. If you guys notice, whenever I look down on my gauge cluster, you'll see an ABS light on. I do believe that ABS light is on because I have a bad wheel speed sensor, or the reluctor wheel is bad in one of the wheel bearings. I'm going to check that out tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to check that out tomorrow. I'm going to try and work on getting some of these lights off in the dashboard is one of my next issues that I got to deal with, one of the upcoming issues. Some of them you just can't turn off, but some of them you can. The tire light, this doesn't have tire pressure sensors. Those weren't in this year. They tell tire pressure by wheel speed in these years. So if you have a low tire, it actually slows the wheel down. So then they automatically do the math in the BCM, and it says, okay, well, you got a low tire. All my tires are all correct. The tire pressures are correct. So I'm thinking it's the ABS light's on for a reason, and tire lights on. So I have a brand new wheel bearing for it right there. So I just got to figure out which one is bad. So I got to deal with that. The washer jug is a must. I have to figure something out with that. I'm thinking on taking the old ECM out because it's not really needed. It's not doing anything. Take that ECM out and mount it there on the firewall, or moving this to maybe here, make a bracket and put it like here if I can, and then put the washer stuff there. I want to try and keep that washer jug as far from this thing because this thing gets some heat, but over here it would be okay. That would be actually kind of cool because then it would never freeze in the winter because this will keep it thawed out. Obviously it's an exhaust pipe, you know, but I'm thinking I could probably put it right here, get this computer out of here and put it right here, and that'll be okay. Here's the hose for it, can hook right to it, to the pump. And the wiring is somewhere over here. I don't know where. I have to find it. I don't think it's... I know it isn't this one. I know it's not this one over here. Because that is AC pressure, AC air conditioning pressure sensor. And that is going to get wire. I'm going to extend those wires over to this area to tie in my wideband gauge so I can data log my air fuel. So that I'm still waiting on one more oxygen sensor. I'm waiting on one more. I gotta find an oxygen sensor so I could do closed loop fuel trim. where I could tell the computer I want to run at a certain air fuel during closed loop, and the oxygen sensors will actually take care of that. What else? What else is there? Let's take a walk. I got something in the mail today. I'm sorry I didn't do a mail time, but I got something in, and it is this 3/4 stainless. We're gonna come off the screamer right here and tie this in. We're gonna recycle the wastegate, and then that'll quiet this truck down considerably. They call it a screamer pipe for a reason, because it's fucking screaming loud. There's that, and then later this week I got another package coming in, but that's a surprise, and that's going to be Saturday's. That's going to be Saturday's project at work. I'm not going to do it here, just in case. I just want the arsenal of my toolbox, because it's a big project. I suppose I could tell you guys what it is, but that would ruin the surprise now, wouldn't it? But and it's a good project. A lot of people do it, so I am as well. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm sorry, until I get them in my hand. Hopefully, I will see them. They're shipping out. When are they shipping out? They ship out Tuesday from the man. I'll tell you. I'll give you this. It's from Jegs. It's from Jegs. I'm gonna leave it at that. But so it's race car parts. But we're gonna hopefully, if they show up like Friday, hopefully, then we'll be doing that project. If not, then we'll be doing a project on Tuesday, my day off. I'm sorry, I can't tell you guys what it is because it's a surprise. So, but anyway, that's where we're at. Oh, dropped you guys. That's where we're at as of right now. It's been a great day. I'm so happy with this thing. I can't believe how good this thing drives. It blows my mind that 4 months ago, 5 months ago, this had a 4-cylinder in it that wasn't worth the shit. And in 4 months, we completely changed this thing around to an easy low 11-second truck, whatever, vehicle. This thing is a low 11-second truck, no doubt about it. I've been in faster cars than that, and I've been in cars that are that fast. I've been in slower cars than that, and this thing feels like a low 11-second, maybe with the right tune-up, little stiffer wastegate spring, maybe get the boost up to about 18 to 20 pounds, maybe mid-10s, all depending. I want to bring it to my buddy Harry at Bay State Performance Dyno. The guy, he did my car, and he did a fantastic job on my car. And that's a fucking screamer too. That's an animal. But this thing is, I'm telling you, if this car doesn't go into the low 11s at least, I'd be really surprised. It's awesome. The thing is fucking awesome. I can't get over it. And I drive it every day. I get in it every morning at 4:45 to go to work. Last week, the temperatures were, I came out here, it was minus, well, in the garage, it was like 20. Outside at night, in the early morning, it was like -10, -15. And I key it and tap the button and it fires. That's how fucking awesome this thing is. All I do is drive it. All I do is drive it. And it's awesome. So, all right. So I'm going to pause this video. We're going to end this video at this point here. And then we're going to try and maybe mount that washer tank. Maybe do the screamer pipe tonight. I just don't know how I'm going to weld the bottom side. I got to see where it's going to sit. Let me spin you around and show you. If you're looking at it here, we got to come out of the screamer pipe and then come in at an angle like this. Like, pew, pew. You know what I'm saying? Pew, into it. But my wideband gauge is right here. My wideband O2 sensor is right here. So, it doesn't matter. It's all exhaust. So I don't know how we're going to go about doing that yet. I toss it around, but I don't want to cut the pipe until I know for sure. So, I'm going to stop this video, and we're going to start a new one later on. Tonight's the Super Bowl, so I'm going to watch it as I do every year in the garage on the TV out here. And we'll take it from there. All right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And on to the next video. Have a good one, folks.